Oh, good morning, guys. This is Tuesday, and let's see, yeah, April 5th. So I miss you very much, and I am about 4.5 hours away in Radford, Virginia, for a conference. I'll be back on Wednesday afternoon, and what I'm going to do today is go through the classwork packet, and I promise that the math homework will be posted tonight. I sent all parents an email to let them know what was going on, and Miss Baytop has got this all covered, so don't worry about a thing. Especially if you think it's a lot of work, we can get through it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go through Tuesday's classwork. If you have to finish Monday's classwork work first, do whichever Ms. Baytop thinks is best for you, and then we can complete other things later. All right. So again, the plan for today, watch the Academy video, what you're doing right now, follow along with the packet. After the video, you can start on your homework. Yeah, just like Monday. You get the idea. So here we are with the sheets from yesterday. You had this sheet and you had this sheet that'll help you. Don't forget to turn any homework in, and that helps you figure out which words means what in order to do these. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead to the first page of the packet for the classwork packet here. All right, so I don't have a long introduction of how to do what and explaining things. We're just going to go ahead and drill with the classwork packet for exercise. Okay, so let's see. So for this first one, let's see. Subtract 5 from 1/2 of y. Let me go ahead and make this bigger first. Here we go. Okay, so subtracting 5 from, remember that's your keyword, meaning that it's going to be behind, from 1/2 of y. 1/2 of y, okay? You might be tempted to do this, but for this particular problem, 1/2 of y is saying that it's already a fraction. So you have y, and then you cut it in half. I can probably try to make that a little bit neater. Let me try. There you go. So subtract 5 from 1/2 of y. The next one, the product of 4 and t is added to 1. Okay, so the product of 4 and t is added to 1. Okay, and also if you were thinking about it, if you were thinking added to, it could be written like this: added to 4 and t, added to 1. 4t. So it looks like 4 and t is added to 1. Either way is acceptable for me. Next one, you have 3 times c minus 6. So that's 3c minus 6. Because as you know, this means multiply. If you had done it like this, that's okay too. I think I'm catching a cold. It's not a good thing. Our next one, 2/5 of x is reduced by 7. In this case, of means division. So I have 2/5 of x, or 2/5 of x is reduced by 7. That one's kind of hard, so it should be 2/5. Nope, that of means multiply. Of x is reduced by 7. That one's going to be a multiply. So 2/5 of x reduced by 7. And it's okay if you miss some of these or you don't understand. It's just that the more practice that you see of doing them kind of gives you an idea of like which is going to be multiplication word for of, which one's going to be the division word for of, and etc. I'm okay if you get some of these wrong. Don't worry about that part. Your next one says subtract a half from the product of 2 and b. Right, so subtract a half from the product of 2 and b. Okay, so product means multiply. So product of 2 and b, and we're going to subtract a half, also means 1/2. So it should look like this. Number 6, product of x and 4 is decreased by 1/4. Product means multiply. X and 4 decreased by 1/4. So if you put 0.25, that's still correct. But most likely you would see it as product of x and 4 decreased by 1/4. There it is as a fraction. And I'm doing the harder sheets with you today. So you should have less hard problems for your homework. Number 7, total of 8 and 4 times y. Total of 8 and 4 times y. Oh, total of 8 and 4 times y. Okay, so we have total of 4 times y, total 8. Or total still means of 8 and 4y. Either way is acceptable. Next one, sum of 1/6 and thrice means 3 of n. Okay, sum, so no, we're adding of 1/6 and thrice n. Let me make that neater. So basically it's 1/6 sum with 3n, or written the other way around is also acceptable. Next one, ratio of m and 7 added to 2. Ratio means divide, so we've got a ratio of m and 7. Plus 2, or actually, trying to find the eraser. M and 7. M and the ratio of m and 7 added to 2. 1/5 of x is subtracted from 18. Okay. Subtracted from. So that means that from means the 1/5 is going to be on the end. And there you go. Okay. So I'm going to quickly move on to the next one. And again, you should take the classwork packets home to help you with any homework problems. All right, so now I have, okay, these are going to be equation ones, so that means that there's going to be an equal sign. Excuse me. So I think I'm getting sick while at this conference. Total of 1 and y is 1/4. Okay, so first of all, is means equal. So you know it's going to be is 1/4. Total of 1 and y is basically 1 plus y. The cube of h gives 8. The cube of h. So that's basically saying h cubed. X reduced by 1/5 equals 6. X reduced by 1/5. So that's x reduced by 1/5. Number 4, product means multiply of 5 and c is 55. Product of 5 and c, so you know that means multiply. Product of 5 and c is 55. The square of v is the same as means equal, 36. It's the square of v, so it's basically v squared. 1/2 plus k is 4. 1/2 plus k. Hey, these seem a little bit easier than the first page, doesn't it? Okay, 5 decreased by z is 1/3. There's my equal. So I know 1/3 goes here. 5 decreased by z. By is a keyword, meaning that that's going to be at the end of the statement. So 5. 5 decreased by z equals 1/3. Power of 3 of y gives 64. That's going to give me 54. Anytime you see cubed, power, thrice, those means they're exponents type of words. So what I'm looking at here is y. Power of 3 of y. Yeah, that's y cubed, saying the same thing. Or thrice of y. Sum of q and 10 is 20. Is 20. Sum means add. So q plus 10. And our last one down here, 5 divided t gives 7. Gives means equal. 5 divides t. So 5 is dividing t. So that means t is on top. 5 is going to be dividing it. Okay? Let's move on to the next page. See what we got. Ooh. With this one, guess what, guys? These are inequalities. Okay? Let me see if I put these in the right order. Value of x is less than 9. Value of x is greater than or equal to. Okay, so. All right, so with these inequalities, it's the same thing except you're just not going to have an equal sign, right? So reading our first one, value of x is greater than or equal to 12. What I first like to do is start with the inequality part. Is greater than or equal to. What does greater than or equal to look like? This. Then it says 12. Value is just meaning the whatever the number x is. So there we have x is greater than or equal to 12 is what it's saying. Value of x is greater than or equal to 12. I hope that makes sense for you. Let's try the number 2 over here. 9 is less than. So you know you have your less than sign. 9 is less than x. 3 is not less than x. So 3 is not less than x. 3 is not less than x. Just because you see less than, you got to be careful. If you're just looking for keyword and going just like this, okay, what you're saying is 3 is less than x. So in order for me to include the not, guess what this means? It means that 3 is greater than x. So saying not less than x is saying greater than. Hope you caught that. Saying not in front of our inequality means the opposite of what it says. So if it's not less than x, it's greater than x. This one, 3 is greater than or equal to 14. That one didn't have the word not, right? So you know you're going to do the greater than or equal to 14 with x. Next one, x is less than 12. Didn't have the word not again, so be careful when you're reading. Is less than 12. X is less than 12. Our next one, value of x is greater than 8. The value of x is greater than 8. Number 7, value of x is at least 5. Now what does at least mean? Okay, so value of x, okay, is at least 5. At least saying there could be more, okay? At least is saying that it could be more than 5 or even equal to 5. At least means it could be more. At least does not mean less. $16 is not, oh, there's a not, more than x. So guess what that means? 16 is not, basically less than x. Okay. Yep, I'm on 9. 20 is not more than x. Remember, if it has the word not, you're doing the opposite of what you see. Number 10. 7 is less than or equal to x. 7 less than or equal to x. Okay, now I'm going to stop highlighting. Value of x is less than 6. The value of x is less than 6. Next one. X is not greater than 11. So that's, remember the keyword not. That's saying that x does not equal 11. And next one, x is more than 4. X is more than 4. And I'm going to stop the video right here because it's going to run out of time. I'll finish these quickly on the next part, or classwork part 2.